What's up, everybody? Episode 29 with my man Sean Rain.
It's happening.
Before we get into the conversation, I just wanted to say if you guys could share this podcast with 5 friends, whoever's watching, if you could share it with like a few friends, that'd be awesome. If you could like and subscribe, hit that little notification bell on YouTube to get notifications. If this is on Apple Podcasts, I'd really appreciate if you subscribed. That way, anytime a new one comes out, it'll pop up on your little lock screen. If this is on SoundCloud, follow. If it's on Stitcher, follow, etc. Check out the link tree. You'll see like my blog, my Instagram, blah blah blah. And yeah, I just really appreciate that. But Sean Rain, episode 29. If you want to dap me up again,
Yeah.
You're basically my co-host at this point, so it's just nice to catch up with you. I'll take the headphones off. Just nice to catch up with you, see what we're doing, see what's popping. So just wanted to see, I know we've been just talking, bullshitting for like a little while, but like, how's life been treating you this past week since I've seen you?
I mean, it's going. I'm just trying to hang in there.
Yeah, I feel
you
you.
know.
I feel you. Yeah.
Doing everything's well though.
Good,
Life's
man. Good. Yeah. Yeah, we were talking a little bit about just like this school grind and just like kind of in the middle of it. I mean, he's way more in it than I am. Like, I'm a writing major, and I feel like I've had more writing intensive. I haven't really gotten into my major stuff yet. Like this semester at least. Like my heavier load of work. But I've taken more of my writing intensive classes already. So I feel like a lot of the shit I'm taking now is kind of just like I'm still writing, but it's just kind of a weird like in between.
Yeah,
like,
I get what you mean.
Where like you guys are always fucking just like busting your asses in engineering.
More or less. I mean, there's days where we really grind it out. There's other days where we literally just sit in the room and bullshit.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
We find a way to get through it. I mean.
Yeah. Yeah, I just had to write some jokes for my comedy class.
I want to do that. That sounds fun.
I'm telling you, man, it's very fun and rewarding. Like, I mean, I don't know where all this shit's gonna go. Like, etc. Like, I don't know, like, exactly where my career is gonna take a turn to. You know what I'm actually.
You don't want to just direct yourself in one way. You
Yeah.
know what I mean, like you don't want to just lock yourself into one thing. I mean, I'm an engineering major, but I don't know if I'm going to be doing this 5 years from now or even right after I graduate.
Yeah,
I could
yeah.
always change my mind.
Yeah, exactly. And like you could be an engineering major, but who knows? Like just because you do a little bit of shit here and there
Doesn't mean you're locked into one thing.
Yeah, even if you do something where you talk like even if you do something that involves your ECE, like your electrical computer engineering, but it involves communications and like speaking to other engineers or something, that would be cool too. Like something where you can be kind of vocal.
Mm-hmm.
Like but dude, you can do fucking anything. Like you really can. And like even in school, like I'm a writing arts major, just like an undergraduate. I'm technically studying for a CUGS, like a certificate of undergraduate study in public history, which I think is kind of cool. I mean, I don't know. I still have to kind of like actually apply for the thing, but I'm taking the classes like towards it, so I'm working towards it still. I mean, I'm doing what's been the most rewarding thing so far in school for me, like this year at least, has been training for the radio program. I find the radio so interesting. I think especially because like I'm into this shit and like I'm into the podcasting, like the radio is just seems like a very like just cool venture. Like I think it's something I could definitely see myself being interested in.
So have you applied, or what's the
well, it's
on
like
that?
I went to a meeting and signed up for an 8-week training program. So you do the program, take a test, and then from there, basically if you pass the test, you'll get like a daytime shift on the radio, and from there it's like you can maybe have like your own specialty show or something.
Yeah.
But what's cool about it is that like the head guys were explaining to us that it's like it's not just like some like college radio club or station. Like it's like you go on the radio, it's on there. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to just like get involved with it because like a lot of the equipment is all the same they use in like other like actual radio stations. Like the softwares are similar. And I figure if I could really get involved in that, like that'd be a good way to maybe get a job on a local radio station.
Yeah.
like out of like a Philadelphia radio station out of college. That might be like a cool job to have, you know.
For sure.
I don't know. That'd be cool. I mean, the writing comedy class is cool because it's giving me some motivation to write like a little bit of comedy. I feel like for example, the 5 jokes I had to write today weren't really like long form, like stand-up jokes per se. They were more just like shorter, like one-liner type things. But I mean, still, it was cool because like it seemed like a lot of people weren't really writing long, thought-out jokes. But also, when you're writing shit, it's like kind of hard to get a laugh if you just write like a little. If you write like a long setup like joke, because like eventually people get tired of the setup. It's like boring. You just want something quick.
I saw Charles Barkley last week.
Yeah, tell me about that, man. I really wanted to go see him. For anybody who doesn't know, Charles Barkley was at our school doing a talk. It
was really
dropping
cool.
knowledge.
I mean, yeah, he really was dropping knowledge. I mean, it was really cool. I mean, he really just talked about like his career. I think it was the College of Communications. They had a Q&A afterwards.
Yeah.
They asked him questions, and
cool.
Somebody actually asked him, what advice do you have to give for us college students so that we could find our purpose in life? Mm-hmm. And he kind of like didn't really. I felt like Charles, like he kind of paused for a second and had to think about it.
Yeah.
And he just said, just do something that makes you happy.
Yeah.
Charles Barkley was.
Barkley was like,
He threw shots at Markelle Fultz and Shaq.
Really?
He was like, yeah, I saw Markelle shooting in practice, and I said, I'm never going to fall for that one again. He was like, are they going to put him in the game or what? Are they going to like even play him this year?
Yeah.
And
he
he
talking
said,
about the Sixers.
They asked him about Shaq, and he's like, Shaq doesn't know an ounce of basketball.
Is that what he said?
Yeah. But then somebody asked him, like...
He's probably just talking shit.
Well, here's the thing, though. Like, the media, like, tries to, like, point out as if they have like this outstanding beef with each other, and that they hate. They don't really.
They're buddies. I mean, you can tell. You can tell it's all just friendly.
Yeah,
shit.
like somebody asked me, like, "Are you guys? How's your relationship with Shaquille O'Neal?" And he said, "No, we're actually really good friends."
They played on the Dream Team together, right? Or was that was Shaq a rookie?
He was a rookie. It was '92, so I think he might have been on like a practice team.
Yeah.
But Charles Barkley said that Shaq was just. I don't think Shaq realized like how much talent he had because he was bigger, stronger, but he was also faster than anybody on the court. Like you don't get that combination too often.
Yeah. It's like LeBron.
It's basically like LeBron. I mean, Shaq's a once in a generation type player, so is LeBron.
Yeah.
So is Michael Jordan, and Charles Barkley was just saying how like Shaquille O'Neal would just dominate everybody, because it's got the size.
Did anybody ask him what it was like to play with Michael Jordan?
Yeah, he said it was. He talked about it. Because you know how like they all played on the Dream Team together.
Yeah.
And they said like he was like, look, man, I think it was just his genuinely unbiased opinion. He said nobody's ever gonna beat that team.
Yeah.
Because they literally had like the best 12 guys in the league at like everybody was competing for a starting position. Like they had. I don't know if you heard Magic Johnson, right? Larry Bird, Michael Jordan.
You know what's crazy though? Like, didn't they?
Patrick Ewing.
Did you ever see the scrimmage when they scrimmaged like the college USA team or something, and they lost?
Yeah, I think he brought that up actually.
Yeah, they lost, and I understand it because that was the first time they were playing together, and it was just a bunch of all-stars. Like they didn't have chemistry yet, which I get, but it makes me think like. Yeah, like the Dream Team went and smacked up on all these other teams in the Olympics, but like they were playing teams from other countries. Like basketball is basically an American sport if you really think about it.
Well, I mean, it was, but now it's more global.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw the FIBA World Cup, or not World Cup. It's like the FIBA National Tournament for USA. They actually, I think they placed third this year. They didn't win the gold.
Really?
Spain won.
Oh shit!
Spain's got good players.
Yeah,
I know Serbia's got good.
That's that's because of the Dream Team. That's why Spain has good players because in 1992 all those guys went over there and fucked a bunch of Spanish chicks.
Oh yeah, well and the thing is, it's not even just like. Well, I mean, I think USA, their best players, they didn't even want to play. They were playing. It was basically a B team.
Yeah.
Because like guys like LeBron. I don't know who else, like Kawhi, like high-end guys, they didn't want to play because they don't want to risk getting hurt because,
Because of their NBA contracts.
Yeah, and like also like this season coming up, this is the first time in a while where it's not just Golden State against the entire league. Like there's more of a balance
It's more
now.
divvied, yeah.
So everybody just wants to prepare for the season. Nobody's worried about competing for.
Yeah.
Well, actually, next year is the Olympics anyway. So
Yeah.
this is kind of just like I don't even know what. It's just like a FIBA
yeah.
tournament.
But I'm thinking like back then you had the Dream Team and like all the other. They were smacking up on all the other teams.
Yeah, I don't think.
But I wonder if they played like if that was the best 12 players in the league.
How would they compare with the 12 best players today?
Well, that, but also how would they compare with the next best 12 players in the league or the best team in the league?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Somebody asked him that because it was I think it was the Olympic team in 2008 was when USA, they call them the Redeem Team.
Yeah.
Because the 4 years before that they didn't win the gold. Yeah. So the next 4 years later, they got a team together where it was LeBron, Kobe, Dwayne Wade, Carmelo Anthony, a bunch of guys who were all in their prime of their career at the same time, and they just shit on every country.
Really?
And somebody asked Charles Barkley, like, do you think that team would have beat the Dream Team if they all played against each other? And he said no.
Yeah.
Said,
well, yeah, he's on the team. He's on the team.
He was like, no, we'd smack them. Well, it was funny.
They probably would. They probably would. It
Charles
probably
Barkley, like, he made an interesting point. Like, because he was trying to draw comparisons to, like, LeBron and Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
So the difference between the two of them is that, like, Michael Jordan would just, him and Kobe Bryant, they had that killer mentality where they didn't have friends on the court.
Yeah,
Their mission was to kill you.
Yeah.
They said the problem with LeBron is that even though he's a great player, he's, like, nice with everybody.
Yeah.
He'll be like, LeBron will kill you, but then he'll give you like a pat on the back afterwards.
Yeah.
Like Kobe and Jordan, they want to like, no, we're gonna kill you, and then we're gonna rip your throat out.
Yeah, like no mercy.
Yeah, LeBron's like, hey, you want to do a commercial later?
Yeah, exactly.
LeBron's
a showman. That's why he went to LA.
I love LeBron though. He's a good guy. I mean,
yeah, he's a great guy.
But
that's why I feel like that's probably why he went to LA.
Yeah,
like just to do movies.
That's all that Charles Barkley said. I'm not saying that, but
yeah.
I'm just telling you guys what he told us at Rowan.
Yeah. That's cool as shit that he came there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was awesome. He has the Sixers winning the chip this year.
Yeah.
He was like, if Simmons can make jump shots.
He was at the Eagles game today, Ben
Yeah,
Simmons.
I saw that. You saw him?
Yeah. Well, they put him on the big screen, but I saw him from across where I was sitting. He was sitting on the field, across from where I was sitting.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool. It's like they put him on the screen, and then there's like girls behind us screaming like, "Oh my God, Ben Simmons!" And like me and my girlfriend are looking at each other, and like she was just like unfazed, and I was honestly impressed that like shit like that doesn't, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because like the dumbest bitches are just like, "Oh my God."
Did Kylie Jenner and Travis Scott break up?
Yeah, they did, I think.
Because there was like something that like Kylie Jenner was like seen with Tyga.
Really?
Yeah.
Was she like? Didn't she used to date him?
Barely she was seen around Tyga again.
They used to date back in the day,
I saw
right?
some a meme page, like they posted something like how Travis Scott did like all these things for Kylie Jenner. I forgot what it was.
He probably cheated on her a lot because he's a rapper, like a touring rapper.
I don't know if
the biggest rapper in the world.
It might have been I think the Hood Priest actually posted this.
Shout out to the Hood Priest on Instagram. It's a funny ass page.
That's, Mark got a DM back from the Hood Priest.
Really?
Yeah, Mark Basile said, "I love your content." He was like, "Hey, good looks."
That's funny. Mark's so funny, bro.
Yeah, I don't think I have it, but they were just like.
Shoulder.
I feel like both of them just cheated on each other anyway.
Yeah, probably. It's probably all like I saw videos of them in the Travis Scott documentary, and it just seemed like all just like fake shit. Like it just all seems so fake.
Everyone's trying to sympathize, Travis Scott, like, but I mean, they had a kid together.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
That's the fuck part, because that kid's gonna grow up with like a weird childhood.
Mm-hmm.
Like everyone thinks that like money can just solve anything, but like when you have that much and you have that much publicity around you, and just like depending on your career and stuff, and depending on who your parents are, like that can you can still have a fucked childhood. You know what I'm saying? Like shit can still really fuck with your psyche.
Yeah.
Like, imagine if Kylie Jenner and fucking Travis Scott were your parents. You'd be like, like, you know what's gonna be weird? all these pop stars. I guess people think about this like I guess people thought about this 20 years ago, but like all these pop stars and rappers and shit, like what are they gonna be like in like 20 years? Like with
It's like
all the ones that we know
Kanye,
now.
your mom and dad are Kim Kardashian and Kanye West.
They get old. What's it like to watch them grow old? Like, you know?
Well, I mean, it's like
Kim will probably just keep shooting shit in her ass, like, and Kanye will just start
it's like you ever
wearing
like,
like
wondered,
dad shit.
You ever wonder where like I don't know. I feel like I looked at like Eminem. Eminem looks a lot older now than.
Does he? He grew a beard. I saw
Yeah.
that. I liked Eminem when he was young and had
Slim Shady.
yeah, and he had blonde hair and he was
Yeah.
pissed. Now he just has brown hair and has a beard. Like, but
Well-
nah, that's cool. I mean,
Well,
everybody
Eminem's
changes.
he's on the outside of his career now. I mean, he's
Yeah.
gonna be I think he's the best rapper of all time. That's just.
Yeah, one of them. Yeah.
I think he is. I listened when I was younger. I listened to nothing but Eminem.
Yeah. He really bridged the gap for like white kids. Like cuz like I don't know. I know it doesn't necessarily have to be like that, and if you think about it now, there's so many white kids listening to black artists and black rappers, but like he took that like he took just like that white kid getting made fun of in school, like just that fucking silent like rage, and like put it into a music source for people to
Gave kids hope.
yeah, he gave people something to like
Yeah, when I was
listen to and
when I was like a kid, I was probably like 11 or 12 years old. I started
Yeah.
listening to Eminem all the time, and
yeah.
I think I listened to probably every song on his albums from the 2000s, early 2000s. I probably still know the lyrics of every single song.
That's so cool, man. Fucking Eminem. Sorry to anyone who's watching this. I know I keep fixing my back, but I'm just so fucking conscious. I'm like a hypochondriac about my posture and shit, and I have a lot of issues with my shoulder. So I'm always lifting my arms above my head. I'm always doing this. I'm always fucking like. But I don't know. I gotta chill a little bit, I guess. Just fucking sit back and relax. Damn. Yeah, Eminem was a fucking great artist. I used to listen to Eminem all the time. I got into a lot of metal too, like when I was like, cause I feel like Eminem was like good, but I feel like I always listened to Eminem to be like, just like, if I was angry or just like, yeah, or just like wanted something to just really vibe to. But like, that's how I got into a lot of metal and stuff. Like,
It's funny, like I wasn't really into metal like originally, like when I was in high school. I think I got into it more probably like towards the end of senior year. I started listening to like Breaking Benjamin, and even just like
Yeah.
alternative music. Like I started listening to like Blink 182, like Sum 41.
yeah, I like all that stuff, all
I
that
like
old pop
all
punk.
those bands, yeah.
Yeah, Breaking Benjamin is such a good band. I used to be so into them. Dude, that music, like I don't talk about it a lot to people, but like when I was into that music in high school, and like our friends would like fucking like bust on me and shit, be like, oh, you're into that like whatever music, like that type of shit. Like I used to listen to those songs when I had like nobody else to turn to. And,
Yeah,
like,
but the people who say
just-
that they're not good music are the same people who just they don't know what good music is.
yeah,
They listen to what everybody else listens to.
Yeah, true. They just listen to whatever comes along with the
with the trend, you know,
whatever's
in.
the new song. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're right. But like that music, like I don't want to sound corny and be like, oh, it saved my life, but like there's some shit that like really just when I felt like I had no one else to turn to, I didn't know if I was gonna do something crazy if I didn't have that album to listen to.
I was the same way.
Or
I
like-
mean, I'm sure a lot of people are this.
Yeah, music is such a
music
beautiful
was an-
fucking thing, man.
Yeah, people had music as an escape. Like music always makes me reminisce, you know, specific memories in my life, whether it's good or bad.
Yeah.
You know, I'll listen to a song and I'll be able to think of that one moment where like I listened to this song and this
Yeah.
specific event happened.
That's always a cool thing, yeah. It's funny you brought up Eminem because when I was a little baby, when I was like 1 or 2, my mom would drive me around and she would play Eminem, like old Eminem,
Yeah.
and Metallica, like the Ride the Lightning album and like Master of Puppets, like all that shit. I remember hearing a lot of Eminem and Metallica, and we used to fucking jam out. Like it was really fun. That's how I got into all that music. And then my dad got me into a ton of classic rock, like
Led Zeppelin.
Queen, Led Zeppelin. Queen was, I loved Queen when I was a kid. I used to, because my dad used to have the Queen CDs, and I would always put them on and listen to Queen. Like, but yeah, Led Zeppelin, fucking,
The Beatles.
The Beatles were a huge one. The Beatles were like, I remember when I was in 4th grade, I did I played the drums for the talent show, and I played Penny Lane by the Beatles, and I put it on YouTube. Like, I was all excited about it, and then like I like checked the YouTube comments, and they were all like, "This sucks. This kid fucking sucks."
Fuck him.
Like,
and then you Mr. Highland, you guys did Blink 182. I mean, that was a sick show.
yeah, true. That was a lot of fun. I was glad everybody enjoyed that.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah,
That
was a good. That was like a weird. That was weirdly probably the best time of like my high school like experience.
That was our peak, yeah.
Was probably right around Mr. Highland's senior year.
It was like everybody was just, you know.
And then it just went back. And then it just went back to normal.
Oh yeah, I know everything.
Like,
post Mr. Highland Night Blues after that, and
yeah.
even like senior trip, it was just, that was a peak.
Yeah, it was fun.
I like I enjoyed Mr. Highland Night a lot more just because of how much was building up to that night. And
and we put on a funny,
put on a good show.
Like, it was cool. Yeah. The skits were fucking, the skit was so
We
fun.
pulled everything out of our ass and we pulled it off.
Yeah. And it was so dumb. Like, there were kids that we fucking went to school with that were like, thought they were fucking cool or hot shit, that like, they were like, oh, I'll just do it, and fucking, and then like did it for a day, like, and had to go and practice at lunch. And they were like, oh, I'm not doing this anymore. Like, fucking, like, you know, like follow through with fucking anything. You know what I mean? Like,
I actually wasn't in it originally. I kind of just did it because I wanted to, I don't know.
Yeah.
I wanted to impress some certain people.
I understand.
And, yeah. So I did it.
Nice. I mean, I think I did it because, like, I wanted to do it before, but I hadn't done it any other year, so I was like, I'll do it. Like,
I mean, I think Miss Loring was like really surprised to hear that I was. I mean, she was happy that I was doing it, but I had her. She was my pre-calc teacher the year before. I don't think I ever said one word in her class.
Yeah.
I think I aced through the class, but I never said anything to anybody.
Yeah.
I was the one. She like, cause she always looked at me for like the answers, cause she was like, all right, you're smarter than me. Like, how do I like? I need help like opening my phone.
Yeah.
Like she'd go to me.
That's funny.
But like she's.
It must be weird to like go to school for like calculus or like for something and then just become like a high school pre-calc teacher. Like, what do they go to school for? I guess education.
I think I can easily do that. I mean, I just don't want to.
You don't want to teach high schoolers math.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like imagine, like, remember when it was like to sit in math, like.
Dude, I know.
Remember when we had calculus? That shit was funny.
Dude,
I don't even remember. Like, I don't even remember.
That class was cake.
It was pretty easy. I remember it being pretty easy. I mean, like, we didn't have AP calculus or anything, but like,
I know.
that was always such a gay thing too.
I was kind of worried because, you know, I didn't take. I was worried like going into college because I had Calc 1 my first semester at a college level.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, if I didn't take AP Calc, I'm kind of fucked.
Yeah.
I aced through Calc 1 and Calc 2.
Nice.
Calc 3, I mean, it wasn't really that bad.
Really?
I just made really small adjustments, and that was it. It wasn't really that bad. It was the same thing with physics.
Yeah, I feel.
It's like people try to make the argument that like, oh, we're in the AP classes, we're smart. That automatically makes us smarter than you.
That's just gay,
You're not
bro.
in it, but
like, cause it seems like all those credentials matter when you're in high school. Like, it's like a social status thing. But then when you get out of school, it's like everybody's kind of doing the same fucking shit.
No, I mean, I'm more.
But it's like,
I've always been self-taught anyway. I'm just one of those people. I'm not really afraid of being challenged. I'm not afraid of anything. So I'm always open to new ventures.
I just like doing what I like doing. Like, I'm like, high school was so fucking boring. Like, if there was one thing in high school that would have piqued my interest, I would have done the shit out of it. But like, I didn't want to do any of my homework. I didn't want to do any of that shit. Like, I just fucking enjoy like having fun, making people laugh. I really enjoy like speaking publicly and like speaking to crowds.
Yeah.
Like, I like that. Like,
I did that. I had to make a speech for NHS.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was the volunteer one because everybody else was like an officer, and I just did it because they needed an extra person to do a speech, and
Okay, goofy.
I don't know if you're.
I'm listening. Sorry, I'm just like.
I did my speech and then I dabbed right afterwards.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah.
You're
And Miss Smith looked at me.
That's so funny. That shit was retarded. NHS was a whole nother thing. Like,
It was so
like
dumb.
I couldn't do it junior year because my grades are too bad. And then
Dude, I don't know how my grade, I barely had whatever the criteria was, I barely got in. And some people got mad that I got in because of like what happened to me the year before. And I was like, well.
like who? What kind of bitches got mad about that shit? Like what? Like
I'm
what?
not name drop, but they like.
Like what is it? How does that affect them? Like,
yeah, I got because the envelope was on my desk telling me I got in, and I'm not gonna name drop people. Like some girls in my class were like, "Come on, if Sean got in, he got in trouble." I was like, "I didn't get in trouble in school."
Oh, I know who you're talking about. That girl's dumb as a brick.
Yeah.
She has 2 fucking brain cells. She has no room to talk. Like, but also like that shit was so pointless.
It was so dumb. Yeah, I even talked to my teachers. They were like, "Yeah, it's a shit show. It's stupid."
There's a reason why they don't have a real honor society in college because it's fucking dumb. If you get a letter from an honor society or like an email, it's a scam.
I don't care
college.
about any of that.
Yeah.
I just want to like get that degree.
Oh damn! Sorry, I just busted some ass. I've had such bad farts today, man. Like, or the past couple days, I feel really bad. Sorry, I'm so sorry, man. Fuck. Damn. Fuck. How you feeling?
I'm good, man. I'm playing some Mario Kart.
Nice. Yeah, how's that been going? I tried downloading the Mario Kart app, and fucking.
I got all the well, I have all the cups unlocked. I finished all the cups. I gotta get 5 stars on every track now. It's fucking impossible.
Yeah.
And me and my friends from school, we have all these assignments due. Like we're like, all right, we're gonna do these assignments. And it's like
Yeah.
Mario Kart and Call of Duty mobile drop on the phone. So we're playing. Our fucking batteries die in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It drains out your batteries.
That's so crazy, man. Fucking yeah. You know what drains my battery a lot? Just leaving a bunch of apps open.
Yeah.
A bunch of different apps.
I keep forgetting to close out all my different like porn.
Porn.
Sidelines.
It's funny.
Playing against sports.
Today I fucking brought up. I opened my browser to take out the Eagles tickets, and fucking there's always porn in like one of the folders.
Your phone's been infected with 52 viruses.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to whatever. Yeah.
That's such bullshit.
Facts. Yeah, but yeah, today I went to the Eagles game. It was pretty cool. The Eagles smacked up on the Jets.
Jets stink.
31-6. Jets are so garbage, man. They're so bad.
You know who's worse than the Jets though?
Who?
Miami Dolphins.
Yeah, I haven't watched the Dolphins. But
Dude, they're
pretty,
so fucking bad.
Really?
That's what.
Isn't Rosen playing quarterback?
I think so.
for
Like
them?
we were talking about it at work today. We were, I was talking with Brendan about it. We were just like, yeah. He's like, yeah, they should not be a team.
Yeah,
They should just be kicked out of the NFL.
Dude, the Jets were bad. The Jets. All the Jets really had today was like Le'Veon Bell had some yards.
Demaryius Thomas
had some yards. Robbie Anderson is like an okay receiver.
Le'Veon Bell.
Yeah.
He's on the
Jets.
What? I thought he was on the Browns.
Nah, he's on the Jets.
Really?
Yeah. And fucking somebody was on the fucking who else am I thinking of? I guess Jamal Adams. I didn't realize he played defense.
I did not know that.
But like, yeah, he's on the Jets. I guess he's supposed to be a good player. I don't really know a ton about like the players in the league. Fucking, you know, it's kind of weird that after 9/11 they didn't get rid of the New York Jets. That'd be kind of a funny joke.
There you go.
Yeah, that'd be a good stand-up.
That's
opener.
actually. Oh man,
Just
yeah.
kidding.
Post 9.
I'd probably get fucking ridiculed for that, like out the ass.
Our sound is all right, right?
Yeah, our sound's fine.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, we sound
Yeah, that's
good.
funny.
Damn. Yeah, I don't really have a ton prepared for tonight. I mean, I just kind of like had a fucking weekend of just fucking
bullshitting
with the old
Mario
lady.
Mario
family.
Kart.
It was fun. I went to this really cool Mexican restaurant with my girlfriend and her parents. It's called El Mariachi, like in Glassboro. It's like this little hole-in-the-wall type place. Like you can tell it's like you're gonna get authentic Mexican food when you walk in, and there's like lime green and blue paint on the walls, and like decorations hanging up, and there was like a little Santeria shrine in the corner, and like the paint to the kitchen door was like chipped, and like that's when I knew like, oh, the food here is probably gonna be fucking amazing.
Yeah.
And like we waited a little while. The service was okay. Like the waitresses were cool, but it just like it was only them two, and like they were trying to do the whole place. But
I'm trying to like find a good place to eat on Rowan Boulevard.
Rome Boulevard. You know what's good? We had that La Scala's Fire.
Yeah.
That place looks all fancy, but it's a pizza place.
Oh yeah.
It's just pizza.
No, we've been there. That's the one right by the
gym.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. It's
I think
on
we
the
went
corner.
there, yeah.
You know, there's another good place across from there. I've been a few times. The Dawn to Dusk Cafe. That place just opened. That place is good. Fucking shout out to them. Shout out to fucking I guess Chickies and Pizza's decent. Apparently the Mexican place on Rome Boulevard is like non-authentic. Like it's not authentic Mexican food. It's just like fucking like white people making Mexican food.
I ate there before.
Yeah, just like some shitty.
I just go to Panch.
Yeah, I understand that.
Or,
I would do the same shit.
Or I get a bagel at I literally eat bagels and burritos all day.
At Einstein's and Panch.
Yeah.
Is that right?
They have burritos at Einstein's. They're not cooked. I mean, they're cold wraps, but
Yeah.
they're still good.
Yeah, I got you. Damn. Yeah, I haven't had a good bagel in forever. Like a nice,
come to Einstein.
nice.
There's Einstein's.
Everything bagel with cream cheese on it.
That's what I get every day. I go to
Yeah.
Einstein's Engineering Building.
Yeah. I'm trying to like meal prep a little bit. I know I'm not gonna, but like I really should.
Just use Tap and Go.
For chicken fingers.
For chicken fingers, yeah, and fries and honey mustard, all day, every day.
Damn. Not for me. I don't know, man. I haven't even been eating that healthy, but like, it's hard though, cause like when I feel like if I'm with my girlfriend for a while, like nothing, like you know, like I like you know, like we eat well, and like you know, it's not like a problem or anything, but I just feel like sometimes like I just won't like eat enough, you know.
Yeah.
She's the type like we'll eat one big meal, and that's like her meal for the day. And like she barely won't eat anything.
Yeah,
I don't
know like I was so good over the summer. I was eating right, like consistently every couple hours I'd have a meal.
Yeah.
My appetite is so bad now.
Well, because you don't have time to eat.
Yeah, I don't have it.
But if you took the time to like prep some food and bring it with you, I bet you'd have
I love it, like,
food to eat all the time.
We had to take the safety training class, and they're like, "Oh, you need 9 hours of sleep every night."
Yeah.
We all started laughing, like, "Yeah, that's funny. Why are you giving us like all this fucking work to do then? How are we supposed to get 9 hours of sleep?"
Yeah, on top of life and shit.
And you're supposed to like, you got to eat right, and like.
Yeah.
I mean, I've still found the balance. Like they literally told us like you can't have a love life, you can't have a social life, and like don't tell like us what we can't do. You know what I mean?
Did they really say that to you?
Yeah. Well, we got our one person in our class. He actually does better than. I think he does better than everybody in the class, like grade wise.
Really?
He plays baseball and he's like works his ass off because they told him at orientation that he couldn't do both.
And he said, "Fuck you."
And he's doing it, yeah.
Yeah, he said, "Fuck you guys." Yeah, I remember you talking about. I'm not gonna name drop him, but I remember you talking about that kid, and the guy was like, because you were talking about how like they were gonna curve your class, but he was like, "Nah, because that guy gets it." Like, is he just really that smart?
Yeah, he's pretty smart.
That's cool.
He works really hard, like to.
Yeah.
So like, props to him. I mean, well, he's not like I thought he was gonna be like you know how like most athletes are just like. You know, they come off as assholes.
Yeah.
Like, he's pretty cool.
That's cool.
Like everyone in our curriculum is pretty chill for the most part.
Yeah, I couldn't see anybody being like a bully.
No, there's no bullies, dude. Everybody's pretty humble. Everyone's on the same. Everybody shares the same pain.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool. It's like you got a 30. I'm like, yeah, I got a 30 also. It's like, yeah, we get
camaraderie.
Yeah. I like it.
It's always a good thing, man. Having a nice camaraderie aspect, and like just like making connections in your field too.
Yeah, like I don't really look at it like people say like, oh, it's good to be I don't really look at it like networking. I mean, these are
just people
who are like genuinely my friends. Like I don't like I'm not fake nice to people. I genuinely respect people and hard work.
Yeah, you
know
what?
These are my friends. Like,
that reminds me a lot of like the LA thing. Like a lot of people talk about LA where like anytime you're in LA, it's like everybody there just wants to talk. They basically ask you like, who are you, where are you from, what are you working on, because like they just want to see if they can benefit from your thing, you know, they just want to see if they can get something from you, rather
No, I
than
don't
just
like
being
that.
a genuine like friend or even
I'm-
just like an acquaintance and saying hello, how you doing,
I
how's
mean,
your
I'm
family?
lucky enough that like that's the one reason why I've stuck with this field is just because of, the camaraderie and like
Yeah.
everybody's in the same boat. Like we're all like just trying to stick together and help each other out, and I love it that way.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't want to be with any other group. So
Cool, man. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, writing is kind of weird. It's like, I guess because everybody's just kind of working on their own
Independent.
projects. Yeah, it's a very like independent thing, but it's like it's just weird. It feels like it honestly to me feels like a bullshit major sometimes. Like I just feel like a lot of people just kind of like write these little thingy madids, but I'm like, if it's kind of the type of major where it's like it's what you make of it. Because like if you're not gonna do any of your own work, or if you're not gonna apply yourself in any way possible besides what you do in class, you're not really gonna go anywhere with it.
one thing for you is just think deep.
Yeah.
Think deeper than everybody else. Dig deep. Dream
Yeah.
big.
Yeah, I'm really just interested in just like,
Be a visionary.
yeah, just doing my own thing, man. Like, I don't know.
I want
like,
to do my own thing too.
I thought I would be so interested in like writing screenplays and doing this and that, and I think I might still end up being interested in that. I haven't really like touched any personal projects in like a little while, just because of like school and stuff, I guess. And I guess that's not really an excuse, but like I guess this is a personal project, like the podcast. But I've become really interested in just speaking like publicly, and like I like speaking into a microphone. There's something about it that just feels freeing, just to be able to sit and have a conversation, and like or just be able to
talking about anything.
Yeah, and I mean, it's like if you can make something out of that, like then I see no reason not to. But the radio thing is really starting to interest me. Like I have a feeling that that's where my career is going to end up like shifting towards,
Yeah.
That should be pretty cool. What are we at, like 37? We could probably wrap it up if you want, like short one. I know you got class in the morning.
You got class in the morning too, right?
Yeah. I know we didn't really get into any crazy pressing topics tonight, but just a nice little,
I'm gonna sleep in tomorrow.
Yeah.
Fuck, I'm not worried about parking, dude.
Yeah, fuck parking.
When do you get up? Like at 8?
Yeah, like 8 or 9.
Yeah, I get up at like 9ish.
Yeah. But yeah, we're just back here just trying to, catch up, see how everything's going. We probably did a lot more talking like before the podcast, but sometimes it's just how it is. Yeah, but I mean, I hope you enjoyed. For those that are still listening, this will be episode 29, so this will be the bridge into episode 30.
Under the bridge downtown.
Yeah. This will be the bridge into episode 30. 30 episodes on the way to 50. It'd be cool. Yeah, so like if you guys could like and subscribe on YouTube, if you could follow on SoundCloud and subscribe on Apple Podcasts. If you're on YouTube, all that other shit, iTunes, SoundCloud, all that is down there. If you're on iTunes, I don't know if you can really get to the other shit from here. But SoundCloud, if you go on my little toolbar on the side of my page, you'll see all that shit. Stitcher, I'm not really too familiar with Stitcher, but the podcast is on there too. So if you're on there, that's cool listening to it. Yeah, but thank you guys for just making this possible. I mean, I know I don't get a ton of listeners on these yet. It's just about consistency and just doing one after another. But for the few that are listening, like I appreciate you guys more than like any other fans, because like it really does keep me going. Even if I see like 10, 20, 30 views, like just knowing that like 10 people took time out of their day to watch it, even for like a few minutes, and listen to what I had to say for even a few minutes, and like my guests, like I really appreciate that. And like give props to my man Sean Ranks. He's on a bunch of these, basically the co-host of this podcast. We were thinking about getting our own podcast together, like just me and you, and just doing it like every episode. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, peace and love, and we'll see you guys. Peace out. You You gotta hang from the bar. Just open up that bag. That's what I do all the time.